Hey guys, I'm just Yershin. Welcome back. Another episode of Binding of Isaac Repentance. I feel like I said Afterbirth in the last one. Oops, episode 21. 9 plus 10. Last time we took a trip on the cool side of the pillow. Okay, over here we took a look at Dark Side Isaac, or B-Side Isaac, or Alternative Isaac, whatever you want to call these things. And we beat the Polaroid path, which is pretty sweet. Didn't get any unlocks for it, but still pretty sweet nonetheless. Not getting unlocks makes me think we'll probably save them for the end. Like, once we've unlocked a lot of the new content, then we can start cranking out the alternative characters. For now, though, I promised you a Bloody Mary run like 3 episodes ago, and I never gave it to you, so here's that run. That run's happening today. This is our second attempt at the Bloody Mary challenge. If you missed the first one, well, you don't watch all my videos? Go back and check a previous one. A couple epis ago, we did our first attempt. It went okay until it didn't. If you do not know the gimmick of this run, it comes from that lovely little cross, which I think I was calling Sacrificial Cross before. PhD could be sick. It's not the name of this item. It is instead called, what are you called? Blood Oath. The item is called Blood Oath, and what it does at the beginning of every floor, it bonks you on the head and it drains you down to a half of a red heart. Now, as a normal character, that would be fine because you can hold spirit hearts and it doesn't take away spirit hearts. For every half heart of red HP that it takes away, you get a slight damage bonus, and it's additive, which is pretty cool. The problem with Bethany, as we all know, everyone knows of Bethany, right? The problem with Bethany is that she can't hold spirit hearts. Her spirit hearts get banked and get used as charges for her active items. So you cannot protect your red hearts. Instead, what happens is at the beginning of every single floor, you're, without fail, we are going to go down to a half a heart. And it is up to us to survive long enough to find some HP. Whether it's random HP dropping, we do have the red heart trinket, so it is more likely that red hearts will drop. Or whether you have like a full health pill, or sun card, or there's many ways to heal yourself. It's just if you want to take advantage of them. Now, what are some items? There's no item rooms, by the way. This is all the items we get. You can get deals with the devil and boss items. So I guess you get a black market or a crawl space where any random item could pop up anywhere. So that's entirely possible. Interesting, huh? Interesting. Please don't die. We may die here. We may die on the way out of this room, I think. I'm alive? I'm alive, but I can't have much HP. I took the guppy item. I can't have much HP. I've got to be dangerously low on HP. I've got to be so unbelievably low on HP. Would love to fix that situation if possible. There's no red hearts on the ground right now, unfortunately, so I cannot. Okay, so we swapped out from Book of Belial. Book of Belial does give us increased deal with the devil chance, which is nice to have, but it... Just gotta shoot the fires. Doesn't do much else for us. I mean, the damage bonus is nice when you're feeling scared, but I found myself not using it much. What are some items that could absolutely instantaneously win this run for us? I don't know about win, but I gotta feel like Old Bandage as a boss item payout would be sick. There's at least a chance we get a red heart whenever we take damage at the beginning of the floor. So that'd be kind of cool. Yum Heart, although I can't think of a very good way we would get Yum Heart naturally, you know? Friends till the end. I can't think of a circumstance in which we get Yum Heart unless it just... I mean, chaos maybe? You get chaos from the shops, and then in a future shop, you find it, but That also seems rather unlikely to me. The HP upgrade is good. I'm happy with it. Heart Locket. I think this heals you every time you use a key. Which could be good. I'm actually gonna cheat, I'm sorry. Binding of Isaac Mom's Locket. I think it heals you every time you use a key. Yes. Grants a half red heart every time a key is used to unlock a door, golden chest, or key block. Now, we don't use keys that often. Yeah, we don't use keys that often. I think it's better to just keep Child's Heart. That has like a universal time period. Okay, so here comes Scary Time. Yes. We have no HP now, but we have more damage. The more damage part of the equation is sick. Being on a half heart, less sick. There's another half heart right there, though. So that's pretty much what we're trying to do. Okay, so we've more or less survived. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have to. Kind of feel like you have to. You may as well swing for the fences in this particular run, I think. Because the run could end at any time. You'd rather it end now, very early on in the run, because you tried to get a sweet damage up, than later on in the run because you're so weak that you can't not take damage, you know? I think that's a sensical way to go about operating. It's the way I've chosen to. We're gonna take risks on this. It's a challenge run. You have to kind of take risks to some degree on a challenge run, right? Really wish that would have done damage to you, but it didn't. I think you have to take risks, or just get like, again, if Yumheart is somehow blessed upon you, then maybe you don't have to take risks, but I'm feeling in a situation right now that requires a little bit of risk taking. Coming? Maggie's Faith is amazing. Maggie's Faith is not only continual HP upgrades if I can manage to basically flawless floors, which seems unlikely to be honest with you, but it's an Eternal Heart at the beginning of every floor. Which means an extra hit. An Eternal Heart serves as a half heart, I'm pretty sure. It may even serve as a full heart. Not having to worry about taking that damage seems pretty sick to me. Now, losing Child's Heart is going to hurt. Because, so part of the equation here is not only trying to get HP as quickly as you can at the beginning of a floor. The other issue is you get more damage the more HP gets stabbed away from you. So it's a little bit of a problem. Jar! Jar is probably the play. Jar is probably the play. I think Jar's the play, and then I think I got a choice to make here. So Child's Heart is going to give us more red hearts. More red hearts gives us more HP in general that we're holding on to, which means more that can go in the jar. And at the beginning of the floor, I can pop a jar and be good. Maggie's Faith means more red hearts in general, that if I can somehow find a way to fill them up means more damage long term. And safety at the beginning of a floor, but less red hearts over the course of a floor. Like here, I can pick this up in the jar. That's amazing. What can I do in here? Bloody Lust seems like it scales pretty darn well. Bloody Lust seems like it scales pretty well with Stabby Stabby. The question is, does it count as one piece of damage or all of the damage? Because if they compound, then it'd be sick. You take risks. You take risks. The other thing too is I kind of think we want. I'm gonna visit the curse room. I kind of think we want less. I'm trying to work this out of my brain to see if I'm actually agreeing with what I'm about to say. I think we want less red hearts. Ooh, baby. I think we want less red hearts because that means we will be at full HP more often, which means I can put more stuff in the jar. Does that make sense? I think it does. So the question now is, if you want to be at less HP, should I pick up the Bible for a second book? 2/3 of the way to bookworm? No. The question is, if you want to be at less HP, do you even take Maggie's faith? I don't think so. I think I'm going back to Child's Heart. I think I've parsed this one out. This is the strat. I think this is the strat, and I'm ready to go. So at the beginning of the next floor, we can drop 1 heart on the ground, which is great. We're going to take damage and then get that HP back, which is sick. That's amazing. It's pretty much exactly what I was looking for. A little bit more HP didn't never hurt anybody. That's for certain as well. Okay, so I would say we're good to go on this particular floor. I can also now get a little bit more advantage out of Bloody Lust, although we still don't really want to be taking damage. I can get a little bit, in theory, more out of Bloody Lust. Take the HP, I think. And I'll continue. Tinted Rook. We can get a little bit more out of Bloody Lust because if we had the Eternal Heart, we can't have a Spirit Heart to protect it. So then we wouldn't want to take any damage because any damage means I lose my Eternal Heart, you know? Don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's good. The potential downside being, well, I'm going to have less HP over the course of the run. Okay, look, the jar was the right play. Jar was the right play. I'm feeling good. Na, 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 na. I knew that I would. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Before we go in here, let's peep the sword room up here. And decide if we want to do anything else on this floor. I kind of do want to do this. I wouldn't describe it as particularly worth it. It wasn't not worth it. Like, I think it literally paid for itself in terms of keys and consumables. It's going to give us a lot more hearts for the jar as well. Now, the thing I don't know about the jar is, does it drop all of the hearts on the ground, or does it only drop a few? We'll find that out on the next floor. Like, it may actually make sense for us to investigate this entire floor, get as many hearts in the jar as we possibly can. That way we were like, if we like have an unlucky floor where we don't get anything, we don't lose. Like, we still have a bunch of hearts saved up. That may make sense. Why did I hear burning just now? Why do I hear burning? Yes, hello. I'm getting a weird burning sensation, but like in my ears instead of on my, what? Please explain that one to me, science. I don't know what the burning sound is, but it's seeming like it wants to distribute the wealth to the middle class. All right, almost went down to the next floor. Really? Can the jar only hold 4 hearts? Okay, it's not as good as I thought. Not nearly as sick as I thought. Not nearly as sick as I thought, but we will make it work. We will make it work. Doing good damage. Krampus's head could be good, but we got the winning run right here. Gotta stick with it. Gotta stick with it, in my opinion. The fact that the jar can only hold 4 hearts, slightly concerning to me. Probably should have checked what was in that room while I was down at 1 HP, but, well, I didn't, so. Here we are now, big rips. That's okay. I feel good. Don't sing it. Don't sing it. I feel pretty good about where we are. The only downside of the jar is it doesn't really work with Bethany that well in terms of what she uses Spirit Hearts for. Like, it doesn't have a charge, so Spirit Hearts are just worthless to us, but that's fine. Spirit Hearts were kind of already worthless as it was. So it already didn't really help us that much. I think this is the play. Now, any particular floor could still get very scary, but I would say we've put ourselves in an above average position to succeed. And for that, I'm very excited. If we can knock this bad boy out on the second attempt, that would be a net pretty young thing. That would be a net positive for me, only having to take 2 attempts for what I would describe as a pretty tough challenge. It's tough unless you get like one of the magical keys to the kingdom items, which I think the jar is. I didn't even list it earlier on my list of potential run-winning items, but it should have been there. It should have been right up there with Yumheart. It's Yumheart without a charge. Should have been there. Now it is, though. We'll remember that going forward in the future. Probably not, because I'll never touch this challenge again, but, you know, like in theory. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna blow the heck out of these things up. Sorry. No control. All right, give me a Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball contains the Devil card, which is pretty sick. Pretty sick. Don't take damage here. You'd like to preserve Deal with the Devil chance, even though it's low. Deals with the Devil I would describe as good, even though we don't really have that much HP to be trading away right now. We do have 13 damage, which is pretty amazing. And we've got an Arachnid fight, which is not your name. It's like Widow or the Wretched. I think you're the fancy version. I think you are the Wretched, if I remember correctly. Another Deal with the Devil. Life is beautiful, dude. Could use an HP upgrade. No, not quite. Not quite good enough for me in my personal opinion, so let's head down to the next floor and continue on this adventure. No reason not speed run things, but I think no reason to dilly and or dally. We know what we gotta do. We know the way that we are going to succeed in doing such. Now it's just about putting the X's and the O's in the right place and actually getting this bad boy done. Now, we will at least want to make sure, like, if we're powerful enough to succeed on a floor, no reason not to explore, to ensure, not the breakfast beverage that I've never actually had before, but I've heard decent things about. We want to ensure that we can have enough HP on the next floor to, like, feel comfortable. Like, even a half heart is fine, but, like, going down with 3 would be kind of sick. Stopwatch is also kind of sick, so we will just straight up take it. It just slows the whole game. Oh, okay. In hard mode, maybe? No, I think it just slows the whole game down. That's a sick item. It's so good now. It was already so good before, but now it's kind of busted. Lord have mercy. This item's about to bust because it's so good. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I've been spending too much time on TikTok. It's ruined me. It's ruined me. We still maintain a PG-friendly environment here. Except for when I've been watching too much TikTok. We could visit Curse Room, but it ruins Deal with the Devil chance. Do it. From my perspective, you do this. We've already got 1 Guppy item. You go for a second. Now, you didn't get one, but you could have, in theory, gotten one. And that, in and of itself, is worth it to me. And Stopwatch just makes the game easy peasy lemon squeezy. How far? We have to go to Satan? Okay, so I'm going to rescind my earlier statement about this being a super duper easy one run. I no longer feel that way. Too many spoders. I no longer feel this is a super duper easy one run. I could easily see us running into some issues, especially on later floors. For some reason, I thought it was just to, like, Mom's Foot. Not the case. It is not only to Mom's Foot, so we are gonna have some trouble. And I have also found no red hearts on this floor. So the jar's looking a little light. The jar's a little light right now. And I've lost my deal with the devil chance as well. Okay. Every bit of damage I take as well is less HP that's going to go in the jar. So remember that. Every piece of damage you take is less HP that gets to go in the jar. That's bad. That's bad times. Wheel of Fortune could save us on the next floor. We'll pop Devil card in this boss fight. I don't mind a cube of meat. I have nothing personally against a cube of meat. I think it's probably a decent pickup for us. I think it's probably going to be a decent pickup for us. It'll block shots. It could do some offensive damage if needed. It could do a lot of things for us. Stopwatch also doing a lot of things for us. Thank you. 9% chance of a deal with the devil? Okay, I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it, but that's okay. There's a red heart up there I missed, apparently. That's fine. That's fine. I'm feeling confident. Down to the next floor, which is our 6th floor, our mom floor. Okay. Do this, and then pop this, and you jerk. Thank you. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune card still saved us, just not in the sense that I thought it might. I was thinking more of the salvation in the sense of, like, we could pay it and it would pay out with red hearts. Sorry, we could play it and it would pay out with red hearts, but instead it saved us in an entirely new variety, which I'm still very happy about. It means the run is saved. We blew it up. Got some good stuff from blowing it up, so we will hopefully not have to worry about that on the next floor. If we could just get some red hearts. 13 damage is pretty sick. Poison touch is also fine. If we could just get some red hearts for the jar. The jar is still the win. The jar is how we win this run in particular. We do need a little assistance though. Something's got to go in the jar. And it's not Whiskey Metallica. We need red hearts for the jar. Otherwise it's worthless. It's just kind of sitting there. I'm not calling it worthless because it's done great things for us up to this point. I would never, thank you, getting closer. I would never disparage it. This is another reason I think it's good to be on low HP, is because we can get to full HP faster and then fill up the jar faster. So 4 HP, maybe 5 HP is probably like exactly where we want to be. And I'm going to play the heck out of this thing until we get some red hearts. That's good. That's one for the jar though. And I do think we're strong enough that I don't see a reason not to explore a little more. Whoa. 1 is all we need to feel mostly comfy on the next floor. But the more the merrier. The more we can have in the jar, the merrier. Okay, there's our Fool card. We don't really want to come back. Don't really want to come back. I'm also kind of scared to take this card. I kind of feel like I'm in a position where I can only hurt the run by taking pills. I should say, not cards. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm in a position where I can only make things worse. So why would I, you know? Kind of just feel like, why would I risk it? Could play this and could get good stuff. Could play that and could get good stuff. Could play that and could get good stuff. Or could blow it up. Just could blow it up. Could just blow it up. Let's see how these guys pay out. Let's visit our shop first. Is my luck stat? No, it's 0. Having a good time. Let's visit our shop first. See what the shop's got for sale. Blank card is another. If you could get blank card, sun card. Okay, so there's actually like a lot of avenues to succeed in this particular run, which is good to know. Just in case this one fails. Yeah, blank card, sun card could win the run for you. I'm deciding if it's even worth playing the blood bank. I don't think it is. Yeah, we're already at the... Dude, Bloody Lust does stack. Because I didn't get any damage out of that. Okay, so yeah, we're fine. We're fine to just continue down to the next floor. Let's do the mom fight. Let's win. We will head down to the womb. Okay, we are really weak. I mean, stat-wise, we're good. We're pretty strong. Gotta remember, can't touch the foot anymore, but you could still potentially get the cube of meat in there. But man, I'm pretty weak. Okay, the bomb's clutch. Negative, thank you. Probably not gonna take a deal with the devil. Yeah, I just can't. I just don't have the HP to feel comfy doing this, so I just gotta go down to the next floor. Ooh, things a little scary. Things a little, just a little scary. Oh, I have a voicemail. Definitely gonna need to check that one out in just a second. That's okay, we'll finish this run up first. Bam, jar. Thank you. We'll stick it a half heart. No reason to stick it a half heart. No reason to stick it a half heart? From my perspective, okay. 14.3 damage. Is that more than we were at last floor? Kind of think it is. Don't actually know how we ended up with more damage. But I'm happy to see it. The game is basically... Great timing. I was gonna say the game is basically... Find the boss fight as quickly as possible. So of course on our first attempt, I'll take the pill. Let's go! I'll take the pill.
Feels like I'm walking on the sun.
Could be good. It's good to know. We take risks. We take risks on challenge runs. You have to. You have to take risks on challenge runs. Honestly, you should probably just take risk on any potential run. Because, like, it's just a game, so, like, why not? Could contain red hearts. Could also contain a magician card, which, I would not particularly describe as what I'm looking for. On the list of things that I'm looking for, I'd venture to say that that would not make the cut, but that's okay. We got a half spirit heart for next floor. We'd like to have a full jar of 4 every single time. Sure. A full jar of 4? That's fine. We were already at max speed, so it actually didn't hurt us. 9 lives probably just loses us the run, so I can't take it, unfortunately, even though I'm 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. Thank you for not giving me the option, because... Gotta speed. I sometimes get a little cuckoo, little crazy when it comes to Guppy and trying to make Guppy happen. So I could have seen myself picking up 9 lives. 9 lives isn't bad if we didn't have the jar. The jar is just like already such a win in and of itself, or at least like really good steps towards a win, that it would be throwing that avenue of victory away for a different avenue of victory. Like, having 9 lives is cool. It means if you go down to a half heart and you mess up at the beginning of a floor and you get hit, you still got plenty of chances to win, to make it happen. So it's still an out in and of itself, but not quite the same out. I think that's just a tears up. That's just a tears up. Yeah, just a tears up sitting out there. I will say, I feel like they, maybe it's anecdotal evidence. Well, it is, because it's, I'm saying this based on anecdotes that I've had, but I feel like I've seen a lot more just... Doesn't Isaac's fork heal when you kill? I think it does. All right, so we're gonna get some less red hearts on the ground, but I think that's a better solution for us. Last assist, little scary. Cool new animation, brother. Cool new animation, but you're freaking me out. Okay, 33% chance of a deal with the devil. We've gotten very lucky up to this point. Will we continue it? We will not. HP is good-ish. HP is fine. It's gonna make it harder for us to hit this max, but that's okay. So I wonder what we should do. Should we do this and then only pick up like 2 of them and then explore rooms and then, no, just pick it up. Cause I'm trying to think if Isaac's heart, or Isaac's fork, I should say, is gonna be healing us at certain intervals. Which I actually don't know if it does. I may have picked that up unwisely. Not a great hit. That's a deal with the devil losing hit right there. You don't love those. Yeah, it may have been unwise to pick that up. We're gonna get less red hearts over the course of the run in general now, which will mean it's gonna be harder to fill up the jar, which sucks. Hey, buddy, I need you to get out from behind that rock because, like, I need to escape this room at some point. Okay, great stuff. Big room, not my favorite. I haven't seen us heal yet. I have not seen us heal yet. I probably should have Googled it. I probably should have Googled it. I should have Googled it. I'm gonna do so right now. Little too late. Isaac's fork. Isaac's fork. Grants a luck-dependent chance of being healed by half heart upon clearing a room. Okay. So it kind of works like I thought it did. So every room we clear, we have a luck-dependent, which our luck is 0, by the way. We have a luck-dependent chance of getting a half heart. Probably regret picking that up, I would say. I don't think you would be in the wrong to say that was a bad choice. We would probably, especially with the current luck stat, I would venture to guess that we end up with a lot less red hearts out of Isaac's fork than we probably did out of Child's heart. Now, if our luck stat goes up, I could be singing a different tune. But right now, I'm singing "Skip to My Lou," you know, in a bad way. That's a sad song, is what I was trying to say there. Okay, I have no hearts. I have no hearts in the jar, which again we probably could have guessed was gonna happen because I did a silly thing and I got rid of like the one thing I had that guaranteed hearts, but it's my fault. Probably shouldn't have done that. Gotta explore more. I gotta explore more. We cannot leave this, we cannot leave. Unfortunately, cannot leave until that bad boy's filled. Maybe not filled to the brim, but it's gotta be a little higher than this. It's gotta be at least a little bit more. Secret room. That's very rude. Magic mush? No magic mush. Okay. Yeah, I don't have an answer for the next floor yet, which is a shame because it's the second to last floor. So it would be a real shame if I, you know, did something silly like getting rid of Child's Heart, like the one key to this entire run, and it cost me the whole challenge attempt on the second to last room in the entire dang thing. That would be a shame. That would be what they in the business refer to as a shame. So let's see if we can avoid that. See if we can't avoid that. Hello? See if we can't avoid that. I just need like one. Oh, we got a half heart, dude. It's worth it. It's worth it. Now I do still need a half heart for the jar. Or a full heart, or I mean like 17 hearts would be sweet as well. I need something for the jar though. May notice my nervous lip. That's what we in the business like to call a nervous lip. I'm a little nervous. And as we keep completing rooms and seeing little to nothing happen in terms of red hearts being dropped onto the ground. Oh, baby. I saw a red heart on the map. Just don't take a hit. Don't take a hit. You can check out that double key room as well. Great stuff. Great stuff. You love to see it. Okay. Check out what's going on in here as well. Okay. I'm glad we explored. This will probably set us up for victory on the next floor. At least it'll get us started towards victory. Butter doesn't do anything for me, and I was hoping for like a couple more red hearts out of those chests, to be honest with you. 0. Okay, I'm putting out the red fires first. Then I'll figure out how I want to tackle this room in particular. Okay, that's good. We also got our half heart for doing that, which I wonder if that goes straight into the jar. Probably not. Probably doesn't. Okay, well that's it for this floor. We'll have 2 HP to carry with us on the next floor. I still don't feel great. You could have made me feel a lot better, buddy. I'd love to just go down with 4 red hearts. That's 3 or 2.5, I think, right now. He's done it. Bomb Boy has done it. You've saved me, potentially. Okay, that's great stuff. Okay, let's go. Let's head down to the final floor. Just gotta be careful on this fight. Again, your stats are good, but like, that's really all you got. We don't have anything else interesting really working for us. On the run. I don't mind throwing bombs in there and getting a little extra damage done. I do mind what's happening on my screen right now pretty considerably, to be honest with you. Okay, so there's a big issue. There's a big issue, which is I'm not going to get much of a damage bonus on this final floor. I mean, those are good. Yeah, I'm not going to get much of a damage bonus on this floor. I could use the jar, get back to full 8. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Okay, not worth it. I may have just lost. I thought I was at 4 full hearts. I was at 3.5. I may have just lost. Don't take a hit. Don't get hit, forehead. Don't get hit, forehead. Don't get hit on one of the hardest floors in the game that you're really just not that comfortable with. You really just don't go here that often, to be honest with you. So, like, you just don't know the enemy patterns that well. Come on, fork. Come on, fork. Please. Very unkind. That doesn't help you. Don't get hit. I'm saved. Thank God I didn't go into that room first. Oh, baby! Okay, who's in here? Oh, it's the cage. Love the cage. We love the cage. We love the cage. Thank goodness. Okay. All right. Feeling a little better. Feeling ever so slightly better about our chances here on this big blue marble spinning out in space called planet Earth. I'm feeling better about our chances. Yo, you... Old me? Eee! Keep that on the floor for now. You would have never caught old me dead giving the jar a compliment. Look at us now. Paul Rudd, hotones.jpg. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Who would have guessed? Not me. Not me either, Paul Rudd. Ouch. Probably should have taken damage there. I would not have guessed either, Paul Rudd. This is wacky. The jar actually came in the most clutch that a human being could ever envision it would. The reason I'm saving that heart on the ground right now is so that if we get an Isaac's fork payout, we can go pick it up, put it in the jar, and have a little bit of extra HP for the boss fight itself. Now, of course, this requires an Isaac's Fork payout. You may have heard of it. Definitely not going to say no to HP. And now that I'm at full HP, now I will go ahead and pick it up. Okay. I panicked about 7 times over there as I walked onto those spikes, and I successfully managed to dodge them for like the first 4 seconds, and then the panic completely took over, and well, now we're here today. Okay, and now I'm just gonna lose the entire run. Okay, fun. It's like that guy who was doing the bicycle race, and as he was about to cross the finish line, went yeah, and then fell off his bike, and then the dude behind him came up. And what? You ever seen that video? If you haven't, it's a great lesson in hubris. One that I am now realizing I probably should have taken to heart, because, yeah, I got my HP upgrade, but to what end? Now I have no heart jars in the heart. I have no hearts in the jar. Yes, hello. Please, a lot of hearts. I think you just go for it. Focus. A little bit of focus, just a little bit quiet, a little bit of focus, a little bit of quiet. Wish I had more bombs. Wish I had just a few more bombs, but unfortunately, I don't have any. I use them all doing stupid stuff like just being a big gold dummy pants. Don't know why, but I chose to do it. Then I went, and I got through it! Can't see. Can't see. Who do you think you are? I am. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the sigil of the Baphomet. Baphomet? Don't even know what that is. Obtained. Boom. Bethany challenge. Done. Next time, probably get back onto some alt path shenanigans. Maybe try to get some mother fights. Maybe unlock some new alt path characters. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I click go live. Hey, thanks for recording. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider showing support, liking down below, commenting, subscribing, help out a great deal, share with your grandmother. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.